Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises and all honor and all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well. Salutations to the Akim and the Four Winds, preaching the truth and sincerity, risking your lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect. The elect, Shalom. To the Israelite foreigners, whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel and have come back to the fold, Shalom. To you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence. This your brother Aram Yahweh with the lesson, and this is going to be a quick lesson. I just typed in earthquakes in Phoenix, so it came up, says recent earthquakes near Phoenix, Arizona, United States of America, United States. And so went to it, and they show how there have been earthquakes, you know, periodically through time in Arizona, though it's a thing that's not highly spoken of as far as, places that, California, you know, who else? Other little places around the world, Turkey, and, all these other places that have these earthquakes that have been having earthquakes, you know. So, and so I just decided to, just look it up, just to make a little quick thing, just to show how. See right here, they show, Arizona, the places that it hit in Arizona, and of course you got Mexico, California, Mexicali. This is a Baja, California, right? But they had a 2 years ago a 2.5 magnitude in New River, Arizona, right? I live in Arizona. I didn't hear about that, right? There's a lot of these in here I never really heard about. 3 years ago, a 5.5, but that's like in like Mexicali or Baja, yeah, Baja, California, near Mexico, right? It says Rio Verde, Arizona. See, and I didn't hear about that. That's what 6 years ago, which is not that long ago. A 2.8 magnitude, and I didn't even hear about that. And I live in Arizona. 7 years ago, a 3.6 magnitude in Black Canyon City, Arizona. Yeah, never heard. I didn't even know that happened. You know what I mean? Another one, Black Canyon, a 4.0 magnitude, right? And another one, back to back, Black Canyon City, Arizona, right? So that means that thing can happen more frequently there, especially if it's already happened like that. Those were back to back, yeah, all 7 years ago. So that was like all around the same time. I live in Arizona. I didn't hear that you had back to back to back earthquakes right here in Arizona. That is some unspoken of. You know what I mean? It's so unspoken of. I didn't even know we had earthquakes. Besides the time that one time California had a real big earthquake, and the earthquake was so big that we felt the aftershocks here in Arizona, that where it was shaking houses that were, you know, more closer west of Phoenix, you know, because West Phoenix is more closer. It's like the way of when you're going towards California. So you figure, oh, okay, well, it must have been really big, and maybe because it's that far west, that's the reason why it happened. But you're not knowing that this is, so the Lord's been making earthquakes in diverse places for quite some time. Kachina Valley, Arizona, a 4 point. Oh, that's big. A 4.7. Man, I didn't even hear about that. Sedona, which is, yeah, and then you're getting even closer to, yeah. Yeah, Sedona, Arizona, 3.5 magnitude. Brawley, California. That's what I'm saying. That California, it's like right near Arizona. See, there's that so-called Baja California. And then Arizona's right here. Mexico. Arizona's right next to it. A lot of times that, you know. And then Paulden, Arizona, right? Yeah, so I just put in Google, you know, earthquakes, you know, in the Middle East. And of course, it got 20 hours ago, so just today, 20 hours ago, Turkey, Tajikistan, a day ago, Afghanistan, a day ago, Turkey, a day ago, Afghanistan, a day ago, Afghanistan, a day ago, Tajikistan, a day ago, Afghanistan, a day ago, right? Buk- Bukistan, 2 days ago. Afghanistan, 2 days ago. Bukistan, 2 days ago. And Turkey, 2 days ago. And these things are happening all over the world, right? Different places, diverse places, right? Yeah, so this is Matthew chapter 24. You know, 'cause you know I was pretty much where I was going with that, right? you know, but it's good to go over it. Just you know that what the Lord said is no lie, man. These are things that's constantly happening, right? It says so in Yahushua, who the world calls Jesus, right? Right, because of misunderstanding, right? Miseducation, because devils had their hands within our books, trying to paint themselves their likeness in our book. You got a word like Jesus in there, right? Which being that the Holy Spirit is the Holy Spirit, the Rakakwadash, it allows us to transcend past these clerical errors and still tap into the spirit of what the Most High is saying. So it says, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, right, the elect, right, or the 12, or the ones who were there listening, mostly the 12, right? Take good heed that no man deceive you. So, which he's talking to us today too, right? Transcending through this letter, through the Spirit. For many shall come in my name, right, saying, I am Hamashiach, or anointed, or really, it's really you when you go into this, it goes into the unction. Unction, when you go into the definition of unction, goes into a rank. It's saying that you have a ranking with the Lord, because this is like a military. You saying you're enlisted into the Lord's army or his military, right? Which Ezekiel 37 goes into that many are called but few are chosen, right? Because it goes into them saying, we have lost our hope and all these different things in Ezekiel 37. But the Lord still said an exceedingly great army stood upon their feet. So the army, regardless of those who say, oh, we don't know, we done lost our hope, an army is still standing on their feet. So the real anointed, or the real ones who have you know the unction, are the ones standing upon their feet, and shall deceive many, right? There's going to be people who think, saying they have the unction, right, of the Holy Spirit, but they don't know all things. You know what I'm saying? Which is concerning the scriptures. And ye shall hear of wars, right? Ain't there a war going on between, so-called, between Russia and Ukraine? But really, we know that's a proxy war, which is really the West against the East, right? Or the West against Russia right now, which Russia is in cahoots with China and some of those others. So it's really like the West against the East. So, which is sending, which is going to be a major world war, which the Lord said is going to happen. So, the first woe, the second woe, and the third woe comes quickly, and we're coming to that time. See, you hear of wars, rumors of wars, right? Saying that these people are fighting, this is happening, but then it all be rumors. It's really they're there to steal gold, diamonds, uh, uh, you know, whatever of value, you know. They can create those expensive batteries for the Teslas that don't make no sense. But yeah, and you got these rumors that ye see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, which we're having that, kingdom against kingdom. There should be famines, right? We have that. When you're hearing about Venezuela, that they ran out of food so much they went into the zoo, killing zoo animals to eat. I mean, you're hearing, certain parts of Africa, they've been showing that forever on TV, right? But there's definitely famines in the world, and technically America's in a famine. Most of the food that's here is not really food, and then there's really a scarcity of the food that's not really food. You know what I mean? Technically, people just like to pretend. And plagues, right? Hey, you just in a worldwide plague. They're supposed to be counseling the CV-19, and earthquakes in diverse places, right? Which that's what I was going into. So just to, and all these are the beginnings of sorrows, right? Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. Right when it's time for them to push the MOTB, and it's mandatory, and it's unto death, a lot of people are going to deliver you up. So they can get a couple more digital dollars. They may make an award, because that digital system's barely coming in, and some people, they ain't got their digital bread up, so to speak, and they may use that as a way to get people to deliver you up. Hey, you have your digital bank. Is your digital bank low? Hey, there's these black Hebrew Israelites. If you see them, call this number, and we will send you such and such amount of digital dollars, or we will make your credit. We'll clean your credit, or whatever they come up with, man. They'll deliver you up, man. It's gonna be all sorts of things that's gonna happen, man. They're gonna lead you to the guillotine, man. The electronic guillotine. So it's like, man, the Lord is at work, basically. So, He deliver you to kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations, right? Because we're what did I say? To the brothers that's preaching in truth and sincere all over the world. To the brothers that's in the four winds preaching, hey, risking your lives more now than ever, right? Right, because that's where you at in all nations. Telling them that the run of Esau, Edom, and the heathen is finished, man. And they ain't gonna like that. For my name's sake, for the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, right? And it says, and then shall many be offended, right? And they're offended now, and it's gonna get a greater offense to these heathens, these devils, these non-believers. They're gonna be offended, man, because they're gonna see everything we said, everything really Yahushua said, but we're just being his mouthpiece, doing what he said that he did of his father. He said, I have said nothing but what I heard my father say. So that's what we're doing. We ain't doing nothing but what we heard the Lord say, and we're just repeating what the Lord said, which really goes back to the Father. We're repeating what Yahushua said. You know what I mean? And that's just that. So it says, and they're gonna be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And these are things that's going on today, right? And many false prophets shall rise, right? Which is just happening, and this shall deceive many, which is just already happening. And because of iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And that's that's where we're at now, right? We're in a time that the love of many is waxing very cold. So shalom to the hopeful elect. I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rekha Kodash, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to the brothers in the four winds preaching the truth of sincerity, risking their lives more now than ever, the hopeful elect, the elect. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel and have come back to the fold. Shalom to you sisters, you Akwathium, who listen and learn under your husband, which is your spiritual leader, with meekness and with silence, and above all.